Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel Nonfiction Summary. Enjoy the video and don't forget to leave a like and tell us your opinion about the topic in the comments section. Dale Carnegie, a writer, was a master of persuasion. He realized that everyone had a natural tendency towards self-preservation. Throughout the beginning of human history, this instinct has been helpful to us by allowing us to live. Yet, it also brings with it the propensity to become defensive when we feel attacked, including when our ego is being challenged. This is why criticizing or condemning someone won't make them change their mind. The other party will either stop talking or retaliate as soon as you express dislike with words or body language. And once that occurs, it will be impossible to convince them to change their mind. That implies that you won't have any chance to influence them. To avoid this issue, Carnegie purposefully selected the 3 principles. He never condemned or berated people, and he never voiced complaints either. Although Carnegie lived in an era before the advent of the digital age, these ideas still hold today, when we can reach wider audiences quickly and cheaply thanks to tools like social media. Many people use social media improperly because they mistakenly believe it to be a tool for persuasion. To convince someone of something or alter their perspective, you must first modify your behavior. Instead of using social media to vent irritation, dissent, or anger, start by considering it an opportunity to inspire people to care about the topics you are passionate about. Next, discover how to show restraint. A minimum of 5 minutes should pass after you encounter content that makes you feel triggered or reactive before responding. You will have the necessary time and space to distress as a result. When you address someone by their name, you show them that you've taken the time to focus on them and memorize their name. The two of you get connected as a result of this. Nowadays, it's even more difficult to remember someone's name than it was in Carnegie's day. Our brains have changed to scan information superficially as a result of our constant browsing through social media feeds. Yet, learning a name requires focus and attention. As so few people do it these days, it will not only make other people feel appreciated but also make you stand out as remarkable. Learning people's names can help you build stronger relationships with them because so few people take the effort to do it. Another effective method for making individuals feel highly appreciated is listening. Because it results in understanding, it is in our nature as people to desire to feel heard. Also, giving someone your full attention while they speak demonstrates that you value them, which is why many psychoanalytic techniques are built around it. But listening has also suffered in the digital age. According to a 2004 American Sociological Review research, just 50% of people said they had a friend they could depend on, in comparison to a study done in 1985. This represented a reduction of 25%. These numbers highlight the serious dangers of social isolation. Once upon a time, you had to insult someone directly in front of them if you wished to do so. That forced you to pause before acting because you realized you would have to deal with the repercussions, which could include being assaulted in return or facing criticism from people who saw the commotion you had produced. Internet. You can defame someone without having to even look them in the eye or expose your identity. You are free to look for, start, or fuel online disputes with individuals you have never even met. Yet making charges against someone does not alter their thoughts or actions, just as criticizing them does not. Instead of attempting to win debates, change your strategy to problem solving by looking for areas of agreement if you want to have an impact on how people think. You're more likely to de-escalate anger and find solutions that satisfy everyone if you approach instances of contention as chances for collaborative problem solving. You'll have to defy convention by using this strategy. In our society, the individual is valued, and everyone works independently to achieve their own goals. But according to behavioral expert Esther Giles, working together always yields better outcomes, particularly when it comes to interpersonal issues like persuading others to support a certain cause. The group is best positioned to find the optimal answer when several members offer their perspectives on a problem. Put this into practice by being willing to listen to those who may hold different opinions than you rather than debating or criticizing them. Yet by adhering to a few guidelines, you'll establish a setting where two-way communication can take the place of blatant disagreement. First and foremost, always show respect and tolerance. Even if you are positive that you are correct, telling someone they are mistaken will simply damage their self-esteem and put them on the defensive, destroying any opportunity you may have to persuade them to accept your viewpoint. Second, try to understand the situation from their perspective. From where they are standing, things can appear entirely different. Consider the idea that, depending on how you view the situation, you might both be correct. Finally, adopt a humble attitude. Accept the possibility that you could be mistaken. This will strengthen your relationship with the other party and increase the likelihood of a successful solution. Use the influence of yes to your advantage. Social networking also brings together people who share common interests. You can connect with a virtual community of people you share interests with even if you haven't met them every time you follow an account dedicated to an artist, celebrity, or cause. Similarly to this, whether you've met the individuals you follow in person or not, Your blog or social media account gives you the chance to engage with them. It's similar to them saying yes to you when someone follows you. Once you get this first affirmative response, you can then try to persuade the follower. People become happier and more receptive as a result of the act of saying yes. So, the more affirmations you elicit from someone, the more power you have over them. This marketing also heavily relied on empathy. Microsoft gathered user input to direct the creation of Windows 7. People frequently believe that the greatest way to advance is to take all the attention or credit they can in our victory-obsessed culture. But acting in this manner would drastically reduce your capacity to persuade people. After all, building relationships is the foundation of real influence. How do you feel about your kindest friend or the manager who compliments you in front of the CEO? They are the people to whom you are most devoted and for whom you would go to great lengths to lend your support. Contrary to popular assumption, we ultimately benefit more personally and professionally when we openly offer credit to others. A single tweet or email can instantly spread depressing news to thousands of recipients. This makes sense because we must pay attention to anything that can be harmful. Nevertheless, this tendency extends beyond events to persons as well. We tend to focus on a person's flaws or undesirable actions rather than their favorable traits. You must consider this if you want to persuade people, especially while breaking unpleasant news. Few individuals love criticizing others in front of them, after all. But if you want to positively influence a team, you should always give feedback in person because there is a natural flow to the dialogue that is impossible via email. Your compliments will sound more real, which will make your employee more responsive. Change your perspective on failure to empower others. Failure was the focus of the Harvard Business Review's April 2011 issue, a subject that most of us find unsettling. The article examined a wide range of failure-related topics, such as how to comprehend, learn from, and move past failure. Nonetheless, it's odd that avoiding it wasn't mentioned. Failure will affect every element of your life at some point, frequently more than once. You don't get hired at your dream company or make the high school football team. Your passion project fails, or your crush picks someone else. Also, your failings might now be much more widely known than in the past thanks to the internet. Given that we all encounter failure, it's strange that we don't offer more encouragement to those who fail. Being encouraging, however, is in your best interests, particularly if the person who failed is someone for whom you are accountable, such as a teammate or family member. Don't only talk about errors or dead ends as they occur. Before your team begins working on a project, consider all the potential failure scenarios. Any stigma associated with failure will go once people realize it is a possibility. Always make a distinction between the individual who worked on a failed project and themselves. Your team's reaction to failure will depend on the assistance you give them. Decide to be a leader who empowers staff members when projects fall short of expectations. Performance is improved by success celebration. It's not only about making someone feel good when you praise them. One of the 12 signs of success in the workplace, according to Marcus Buckingham and Kurt Kaufman, writers of First, Break All the Rules, is consistently complimenting colleagues. You must praise your employees consistently and effectively if you want to improve their performance. First, always be truthful and explicit in your compliments. A broad thank you will be perceived as civility. But if you tell a worker that you value his regular use of a grin while greeting clients, the specificity of your compliment ensures that it has an effect and promotes that behavior. The soonest possible moment after observing positive behavior or learning about achievement is the ideal time to express gratitude. This forges a potent link between the action and your compliment. Praise won't be as effective if you wait until a staff meeting or performance evaluation. And finally, publicly congratulate your team members, as Best Western did for Pope. When you publicly express your appreciation for someone's work, they will feel greatly valued and motivated to work even harder. It's important to keep in mind that when you compliment someone, you're also expressing your appreciation for them, and you'll gain devotion and loyalty as a result, 2 traits that help people succeed. Thanks for watching the video. When you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. See you next time.